Have you always had a dream to own a home in the Seattle-Tacoma area? I'm going to show you what you need to know to buy a home and make your dream come true. My name is Karen Jackson. I'm a residential real estate agent with John L. Scott in the Seattle-Tacoma area of King County, Washington. People reach out to me all the time with questions. Feel free to contact me if I can help you in any way. So if you're thinking about buying a house in Washington State, you're in the right place. First off, do you have a steady income? If the answer is no, then that is your first goal. How is your credit score? Typically, the better your credit score, the better the interest rate you get for a loan. Preferably, you want a score of 620 or higher. You will need to know your debt to income ratio. You can figure this out taking your gross monthly debt obligations and divide them by your gross income. This debt to income ratio number will need to be under 36%. If it is higher than 36%, it may be possible still to get a loan, but too high could cause some issues for underwriting. You will want to have a good idea of your outgoing expenses and know how much home you can afford comfortably. We want to make sure you can live comfortably and not be house poor. All of your home expenses should not be greater than 30% of your income. This includes principal, interest, insurance, taxes, utilities, and homeowners dues. This way you can live comfortably and not have to stress every month. You will need to be sure you have money for a down payment, earnest money, and closing costs. The down payment is a percentage of the home that you are paying in cash at closing, and then you will get a loan or a mortgage for the rest of the money. There is a myth out there that you have to have 20% down to purchase a home. This is absolutely not true. There are many different loan programs out there. There are 20% down loans, there's 15% down, 10% down, 5% down. There are even some zero down loans or 100% finance loans, which don't require you to put down a down payment. You will have to qualify for these, of course. If you want to avoid private mortgage insurance or PMI, you will need to put a minimum of 20% down. PMI is a monthly fee that's attached to your payment that is insurance for the lender. It does not pay down your principal or your interest. PMI is an insurance for the lender that is attached to your payment. Closing costs are the fees associated with the closing of the loan. These include mortgage lender commission, mortgage appraisal if you're getting a loan, title fees and recording fees, prorated interest and taxes, and HOA dues. A good number to count on is 3%. It may be lower depending on your loan type and sales price. You will also need to put down an earnest money. This is a dollar amount that shows your good faith that you're going to purchase the home. This is not in addition to your down payment or closing costs, but it is a fee that is paid up front at the time of the offer. You may also have to pay for your buyer's agent fee to represent you. In many cases in Washington State, this is paid for by the seller, but it is not a requirement of the seller to pay for your agent. Your agent will be able to explain this process further. After you figure out how much you are comfortable affording and figure out how much money you have for a down payment and closing costs, you will want to talk to a mortgage lender to get a mortgage pre-approval. A mortgage lender will ask for all sorts of documents: income, debt to income ratio, credit score, and then they will come back with an amount that you are pre-approved for. A pre-approval is required typically before a seller will accept an offer for the home. It shows the seller you're able to purchase the home and you are serious. You will also want to decide which real estate agent you're going to work with. Now, agents vary widely. Some are really good, some are really bad. Some are full-time, some are part-time. Some have more experience than others. You can ask a friend or family member for a good referral, or you could just use the agent that's educating you on YouTube. This person will be representing you and advising you, writing offers, negotiating through the process. She will be your trusted advisor and guide. Now the fun part. It's time to define what your dream home looks like. Think about location, size, layout, special features, and maybe school districts. Make a list of your must-haves and your nice-to-haves. This will help you stay focused during the search process. This with the person you are buying the home with, so you're on the same page. Start with your needs or must-haves and what is most important to you. You may not be able to get all your wants. Be sure to know which wants are more important than others. Prioritize everything before you go out and look at homes. Once you know your wants, your agent can set you up on a home search so that you can see the homes as they come on the market. Sure, you can go use the other sites out there, but the site that your agent uses can be more specific and tailored to your needs. Once you find a home you like, or your agent shows you a great one, you get to go look at houses. Super fun. Now beware, the photos many times do not portray the house in the same light. The agent's job is to get you out there and show the best features of the home. Just keep that in mind. Once you find your perfect home, your agent and you will draft a purchase and sale agreement. All your wishes need to be done in writing. In the offer, you include the offer price, the earnest money amount, the down payment amount, and any contingencies you need. The seller can respond in 3 ways. They can accept the offer, they can ignore the offer and reject it, or they can counter the offer. Once a seller accepts the offer, it's called mutual acceptance. The next step would be to get an inspection done. Once the inspection contingency is satisfied, the lender will order an appraisal. Now, the inspection is for your purposes as the buyer to find out any hidden issues or repairs needed. The appraisal is to protect the lender's interest, to make sure you are purchasing a home at market value or lower, and with a certain level of safety. You can do a final walkthrough within 5 days of closing. Ideally, this is once the seller has removed all items, but it doesn't always work that way. This is to make sure the home is left in the condition when you first saw it. This is also a good time for the sellers to go over any features of the home with you. Once the lender has final approval, they will send loan documents to escrow for you to come and sign. Closing occurs once escrow has received recording numbers from the county. This is usually a day or 2 later at least. At that time, your agent can give you the keys. So exciting, you are now officially a homeowner. Congratulations. Buying a home is a big milestone, and I'm here to make sure the process is smooth and as stress-free as possible for you. If you're ready to start your home buying journey, reach out to me at the number on the screen or visit my website. Let's find your dream home together. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Thank you so much for watching.